Various cultures have values that children must follow, which can influence how students receive their education, authority, how they learn in diverse classroom environment. Their culture and upbringing can influence which learning style they perform more in the classroom environment. ELL students mostly prefer learning using the VAC learning style, which are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. HEM ETL 2004 results shows that most students utilize the visual learning style, while remaining three learning styles are distributed evenly. The cultural background of ELLs can influence the parents' perception when it comes to their academic success in a diverse classroom. Hence, 2016 stated parents' beliefs about their children's abilities and strengths significantly affect children's motivation and their own beliefs about what they're capable of academically. Culture complements first with skill of understanding how to interact effectively with students who come from various culturally diverse backgrounds, which will include teachers using effective cultural response teaching practices that will help meet the needs of all ELLs in the classroom. The role culture components has on English language learners will be very beneficial to educators when it comes to instructional strategies. Teachers who are teaching students who are English language learners are able to adjust their learning materials, activities, and assessments that cater to the learning needs of all ELLs. English language learners' cultural values and beliefs can be integrated into teaching and learning by using culture responsive teaching practices. The teacher can connect her lessons back to students' culture in various ways, like creating a dramatic play center that focuses on students' cultures. The teacher will make sure to use cultural relevant materials in the classroom that represent all students in an inclusive classroom environment. Culture plays a big role in student learning by influencing their values and beliefs, learning styles, and help shape their overall learning environment. A student's values and beliefs might influence how they will learn in the classroom environment. Their culture can influence their learning style by putting more emphasis on group activities than individual work. The classroom influences language acquisition by exposing ELLs to various forms of text, which includes books that will improve their literacy skills and comprehension. It will help with their interaction with teacher and peer by helping them be engaged and participate in the lessons to help support their language skills. The steps that are necessary to create an inclusive classroom environment will build a relationship with students and their families, provide students with one-on-one support when needed, use culturally relevant materials that represent all diverse cultures, and promote a safe, inclusive classroom environment for all students. In order to support and celebrate cultural diversity in instruction by using multicultural curriculum, by creating an inclusive classroom environment, and use culture responsive teaching practices, celebrate cultural holidays. The teacher will use relevant curriculum materials that are catered to various cultures in the classroom. The educator will create a safe and inclusive classroom environment for all students by making them feel part of the school community. The teacher will adjust their teaching methods to accommodate students' cultural learning styles. The educator will make sure to celebrate all students' cultures by having students do various projects about their culture. The teacher can leverage home language and cultural assets by allowing students to use their home language in the class, use their perspective of their culture in the curriculum, and build relationships with families. The teacher will let students use their home language to speak to other Spanish-speaking students in class discussion. The teacher can invite various families to discuss their cultural values traditions to all students by including them in classroom activities. The teacher could use a bilingual staff member to help them connect with families that only speak Spanish. To help meet the needs of ELLs, especially those with special needs, the school district and teacher should implement cultural response teaching, differentiated instruction, and inclusive learning environment. The teacher create a welcoming environment by making sure students feel valued and respected by making sure to represent all diverse backgrounds. The teacher will make sure to adapt the instructions to meet the needs of all students, especially those with special needs. The teacher will make sure to address students' sensory needs by giving students sensory breaks to support the social and emotional needs of ELLs in a classroom environment. The teacher should build relationships with their students, provide opportunities for self-expression through art activities, incorporate SELs into curriculum, and create a calm down corner. It is very important to understand student emotional, social, and cultural needs when establishing classroom routines and procedures because it is making sure that the classroom environment is inclusive, supportive, and conducive to learning for all students. By focusing on these needs, the classroom teacher can create a safe and welcoming environment, improve how engaged they are with the lesson, create positive relationships with peers and teachers. Family and community practice influence language learning by cultural context, language exposure, and by motivation and support. This means understanding a child's culture and values can improve their language comprehension and how they use language in school. By being exposed to language on a regular basis at home and school can play a vital role in how they acquire language. They can also acquire their language in various contexts like everyday conversations. The value of learning another language can be motivating for English language learners. Parents who value their child should learn English and Spanish will motivate for them to learn in a school environment. The emotional and academic support families receive from their community can have a positive outlook to language learners. The support could include providing community resources, helping them with practicing their language skills strategies, and providing positive feedback. Some strategies to build strong community and family partnerships would be establish clear communication with parents and families, involve parents and community leaders in important decisions at school through PTA or school board meetings, involve families and community leaders by doing important school events like a cultural fair event at the school. The most important family engagement practices that support and highlight the asset of their home language would be communicating to families in their home language, especially when you are sending important information from school. The school will represent the cultures of all students in the school environment. The school will represent all cultures in the classroom environment, celebrating all cultural holidays of all students. The school could involve the family in the school environment by having them share important cultural values and traditions in a workshop about their particular language. The inclusive classroom engagement practices would be creating multicultural events like a cultural festival where families can try different foods from different cultures. The teacher could provide families with home language materials from the classroom by sending books in their home language home to students to practice reading at home. The school could offer family language workshops so parents will learn how to support their child's language skills at home and school. The school can collaborate with community organizations to provide more resources for families for daycare or counseling services.